Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 2 of Vadim's Got a Theory. As with the first episode, this one is also Corona related. But unlike Let's Blame Russia for Everything, this one is about money. As many of you may know or may not know, I'm basically an investor. It's what I do for a living. I've done reasonably well. I've been getting my ass spanked this last month. But what are you going to do? Planning for a pandemic is difficult. But last Thursday, and I even recorded it but didn't post it, last Thursday, I believe, was where we set a bottom. And when I say a bottom, I mean, within 5%. Today was a big test. And it's shaping up to be okay. It's a disaster on paper, but it's okay. We saw what happened Friday, if you followed the market. Trump held a press conference at 3:30, okay? There was no way that he was going to hold a press conference at that time and not realize that it was going to have market-moving implications. So, within a couple of hours before that, I started telling people, hey, something big's going to happen. He's going to say something. He knows it's going to move the markets. Buy some S&P calls. Okay, no one really listened to me, but I listened to me. And I bought some. I bought them at like 320. I sold them at 410 because S&P options can be traded after 4 o'clock. And I made 250%. Today, we have a similar opportunity. The Coronavirus Task Force's press conference, which usually takes place at 10:30, has been moved to 3:30. On a day that it started yesterday at 5 o'clock with the coronavirus press conference, where Trump was happy as a pig in shit with the Fed dropping the interest rate by 1%. This is big. We're back at zero. We stayed at zero for 7 years. We're going to stay at zero for another 7 years. But we're looking to make a really quick buck. Okay, so I don't recommend a lot of money. $5,000. If you can afford to lose $5,000, this is that opportunity. And assuming your account is set up to trade S&P options. Okay, so essentially the same thing is happening today. The market tanked after the Fed threw 1% at it. Today, something will happen again at 3:30. Okay? Yes, fundamentally, this is an issue that will get worse before it gets better. Okay? People will die. The economy will shut down more. It's going to become frickin' zombie winterland out in the streets. But that's all good. That means that we all know that is what will be happening. And the market is a forward-looking mechanism. The market doesn't care what's happening today. All the market wants to know is it wants to know what is happening today. The market hates unknowns, uncertainties, and all of that. With each passing day, we see how bad it can get. But with each passing day, we also see the recovery of economies that have been hardest hit. China, depending on what we do with their numbers. Even Italy today has, I think for the second or third day in a row, has shown decreasing case numbers in Lombardy, which is the epicenter of this whole enchilada. So, my recommendation is, right now, the Dow is down about 1,900 points, okay? And right now, Donald Trump is in the White House putting on or trying on his Superman suit, okay? Because he takes full responsibility for the market being up 2,000 points. So today, he's in there and he's like, I gotta give him something big. This has to be big. He's not gonna get back the full 2,000. But it's not unrealistic that we will close around down 1,000, which kick me in the side of the head if a month ago I thought I'd be saying that and thinking that's a decent day, but that's where we are today. Okay, so my suggestion is if you can buy S&Ps, okay, and buy S&P calls, okay, and buy them expiring this Friday, okay. I mean, if you really want to take take a flying leap, place the trade at around 315 and get out of it today and buy it expiring today. Options expire on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you can buy options expiring today on 316 at whatever strike price you feel comfortable at. Okay, but if the market moves about 1,000 points, that's good for about 100, 150 S&P points. So if you're looking at expirations today, look about 100, 150 points out and see what they're selling for and see how many you can get for $5,000. You don't have to hit that. So if the S&P is at 2,500 and you're buying the 2,800s, it's not necessary for it to go above 2,800 for you to make money. It can go from 2,500 to 2,600 and you will double or triple your money. Okay? My example on Friday was the market was trading at like 2,500 on the S&P. I bought 2,900s. Okay? The market closed at 27, but my S&Ps quadrupled. Okay? I got out earlier, but in the end they quadrupled. Okay? So the ones, just as an FYI, the ones that I bought are the 2,900s expiring this Friday. Okay? So that's all I got. Do what you will. And feel free to post if you have other ideas or whatever. Thanks, guys.